We defined engineering mechanics in the first video. Now, before moving further into the subject, let's try to look into some fundamental concepts which will be very helpful in the further studies. Here in this video, we are going to study the unit system and how it is derived. A unit system is very crucial when you study mechanical engineering, especially when you deal with equations, solve problems, and derive formulas. There are different commonly used system of units, but for convenience, we only deal with one unit system here, and by the end of it, you will be able to switch between unit systems as and when needed. Let's see a very commonly used unit system called System International, or SI system, in which there are three base quantities and a fourth derived quantity. In every unit system, there will be four quantities, three of which are the base quantities, and the fourth one is derived from the first three. They are length, mass, time, and force. These are the base quantities, and the fourth one is derived from the three base quantities. In SI system, the length unit is meter, mass unit is kilogram, time unit is seconds, and force is Newton. Now let's see how we can reach to force from these three fundamental quantities. We already defined the correlation between velocity and acceleration in the previous video, and we know velocity is length over time, and in SI system, length unit is meter, time is second, so velocity is meter per second. Acceleration is velocity over time, that is velocity over time, and mass is kilogram kg. And now from Newton's equations, we know force is mass into acceleration, that is mass into acceleration, that is kilogram meter per second square, or Newton. So 1 Newton is the force required to move 1 kilogram at an acceleration of 1 meter per second square in SI system. Now let's see a different unit system and check between these two. Let's see how Imperial System works. In imperial system, the length unit is feet, mass is slug, time is seconds, and force is pound force. So in imperial, as before, force is mass into acceleration, that is slug feet per second square, and that is pound force. So 1 pound force is the force required to move 1 slug at an acceleration of 1 feet per second square in imperial system, which is very similar to Newton, where 1 Newton is the force required to move 1 kilogram at an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. So the difference between imperial and SI system is this is SI system and this is imperial. So kilogram change to slug, meter change to feet, second remains the same. So if you know the conversion between meter to feet and kilogram to slug, you can switch between SI system and imperial system very easily. So this is what I mentioned in the beginning of the video. If you know the relation between the 3 fundamental quantities and the 4th quantity, then you can switch between the unit system very easily. The length, time and mass are used to derive force. That is the same here. Length, time and mass is used to derive force. So once you get a thorough understanding of the relation between the 3 fundamental or base quantities and the 4th derived quantity, then you will be able to switch between any unit systems very easily.